Hi folks, it's Jeff here. I'm really pleased you can all make it. Today we're very fortunate to have Stuart, Jana and Damo. Welcome, glad you're here. Questions from yesterday's session, please.
Yeah, so just moving on to the other three. Yeah, Jeff, quick question. So obviously this morning I was taking a few minutes to look at TradingView, which is great. Yeah. And obviously I looked left, as you said, drew some horizontal lines. So that was really good actually, because just got me used to that. Now the vertical lines, remember you said like the 45 degrees. So if the price, like if it's going up, I'm doing a vertical, do I draw it at the bottom of the candles? And when it's coming down, do I draw it at the top? If you understand my question.
Yeah, where to draw the 45-degree angles.
That was it, yes, when the price is going up or down. I mean, obviously I put some in, but I wasn't sure.
Just so you know, this was just for an example, the 45-degree angles.
Yeah, okay.
You can do it just that way. It's a great place to start. But I'll show you that. I'll show you that just now. Thank you, Stuart. Jana, do you have any questions from yesterday's session, please?
No, I actually didn't have time to look at it yesterday, so I just logged in like 15 minutes ago. And
okay.
Yeah, I need a recap. I need to go through the first session again, I think.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay. So the good news is that's exactly what I was going to do today. We might have to slow this down a little bit. Someone else can't find the link, so I'm going to repost it here. I don't know. I tagged. Did everybody get the tag? When I tagged everyone, was that working today? Maybe it wasn't working. Let me get this. Because my friend Stephen couldn't find it.
Yeah.
So let me just check.
I got a notification.
Yeah, I got it, mate. I got
it. Yeah, it says. Yeah. And then someone clicked on that. Now it's disappeared because somebody clicked on something. It's just disappeared now.
Sorry about that. I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was there. Stephen, it's okay. Yeah. Just so everybody knows, Jana, Stephen, Stuart, I posted this one here from yesterday's session.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, this is day one of Fast Track Trading Bootcamp. There, it's just a YouTube link. It's all there for us, so you can watch it as many times as you like.
Thank you.
You can take the link with you, whether you take this any further or you don't. So let me just So welcome, Rob.
Find that starting link.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Jeff.
It's okay, relax, okay. Welcome, Stephen, Jana, Stuart, Damo, and Rob. Rob, everybody, just so you know, I just did a little sing-song yesterday, so it's obviously your turn to do your sing-song today. That's
me? When I sing, the plastic ducks leave the bathroom.
Yes. So anyway, Rob, can you tell us, have you traded before? I'll just leave a couple of minutes. If Rob doesn't respond, I will remove him from the group. So just let you know, Rob. Leave it 2 minutes. If he doesn't respond, I'll just remove him. So here we go. So let's go to TradingView. Yeah, and this is the daily time frame where we were yesterday when we drew this up all the way along on the daily time frame. The pair here is AUD USD. To get this here, I just go there. I type in AUD USD, and I just take I just click the very first one here. The very first one here. And that brings up that. Now, when you first get TradingView, you won't get all this stuff. Okay, thanks, Mike. Have you traded before, Mike? Rob, sorry. Rob, have you traded before? Let us know down below. So as yesterday, we drew up a daily time frame when price was here, if you recall. Does everybody recall that?
Yep.
Yep.
And I said, do you think it's going to reverse, go back up? or continue. And most of everybody said reverse back up. So we then drew it down to the 1 hour. And then I said something called break and retest. We went down to the 15-minute, and you can see that there. It's retested it, and it's went down. And then went down to the 15-minute, or the 5-minute, sorry. I then did what Stuart asked the question, what do I do now? So you notice it coming down, you notice it coming. This is what you call naked charts. There's no indicators on, there's nothing, there's no help. We're just reading this, but we're typically waiting to come down and go back up there. So as it comes down, it goes back up, and this is the 5-minute time frame. We have lots of time. I could go down to the 1 minute, do the 5-minute. Thank you very much, Rob. Thank you. So we're over here, a little thing called a trend line. Rob, just like you know, there's yesterday's recording in the group. So I've noticed it coming down, and at the bottom here, at the bottom, I just click once, and I just follow this up. It's like, and that you see it's like a 45 degrees, and I do that, and I do nothing until it breaks through here. Do you see that, Stuart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then would you draw? Can you draw the trend line coming down now? And then so I want to see where you position it coming down.
I could draw it
just
that
so
way as well if I wished. The other side.
That's my question. Yeah, was it?
You could do it like that. You could do it like it's a level of support. As long as it stays aside, you're okay. Or you could do it.
So I get it. Yeah. So coming down, you put it on the right-hand side of the candles. Yes. Going up. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. Answer my question.
Or you could do something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that. We're only using this because it's a beginner's course. There's other things you could use, but that there is very clear.
Yeah.
It's very clear. And as soon as it drops down, there you go. You will learn.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
Would you class yourself as a day trader or a scalper?
Intraday, more of a sniper.
Right. You just made that turn up.
No, there is something called a sniper in the market. Okay, there is actually.
Oh, right.
No, but let's call it scalping. Okay.
All right.
Because we're actually, scalpers typically trade on the 5-15 minute, in my experience, but we're going down to the 1 minute. So you're really like being like a commander, you're just waiting for the target and you go bang. So as an example, if you did that there, you set the whole trade up, you waited, it drops below there, like a sniper, and away you go. Bang.
Okay.
Yep. But closer to scalping, yes. For sure.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you. Because that's the man who's obviously watched the video on what type of trader are you?
Yes.
So
you'd be surprised at what I've been watching.
Yes. Well done. So you can see there, and once it starts flatlining, going sideways, just exit the trade. Now, yesterday, Stuart asked another question. I'm going to go down to the 1 minute just for a minute, just to see how close we can get this on the 1 minute. Stuart asked a question. As it hit there and rejected, I used a tool called a short or long. Over here, this tool is to help you. This tool is to help you to know about your profit. I'll come back to that in a minute. So wherever we're entering, let's say we enter here, Stuart. Change the color for a minute. Let's say we enter there, and I'll make that green just as an example for entry. Think of the traffic lights. Okay. Yep. I'll make that a little bit thicker if I can. There. I'll do another one for about place something called a stop loss. So what a stop loss is, a way is to protect your account. It's a way to protect your account. And I'll put this up there actually. In fact, I'll put it the other side of this line. I'm going to put it the other side of that line. That's exactly what I'm going to do. It's a bit sticky today, actually. It's there. I'll make that red. Okay. There we go. And then we have something we're looking for a target. And for targets, when you see these, we need to look for targets. You see here, every time it goes down, it comes back up, like there. There's a target there. There's a target there. There's a target there. There's a target there. So what I'll do is I'll just highlight a few of these just to make these blue. Just for a minute. I'll do it real quick. So it's just came to, and I'll do another one here. Just there. Yeah. So all I'm going to do, real short now, I'm going to just look right. So I've looked left, Stuart. You mentioned looking left. I've looked right, left for my targets. There's other things you can do as well, but I'm coming down. I entered the trade there. My stop loss would be up here. Would that make sense?
Because you're saying the trades, the price is going down. Is that why?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I get
so
it.
if we entered there.
Is that called shorting, by the way?
Shorting, yes, shorting the market. So,
as in you're betting the price goes down?
Correct. Because in Forex, you make money when it goes up and when it goes down, as long as you choose the correct direction.
Okay,
now, based on what advanced stuff, I'd probably put it just above here. But let's not do that. Let's just put it there. So it's very clear novice. It's below this safety line here. So my first target would be here, that one there. Does it hit it? Yes, it does. And if it does that, because of quite a large stop loss, I've made 0.5%. Now that's not bad actually for a new trader, and it's taking you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 minutes to make 0.5%. Okay, but you can.
So the green. So you're saying, based on that blue line on the left, when you set up this pink and green box, you use the blue line as in your. Once it hits that, you'll close the trade. Is that correct?
I could if I wish.
Yeah. Okay.
Or I could keep it going, but you can see there. I'm going to recommend to everybody you look for 0.5% when you first start. When you first start, look for 0.5%. So right there, it did its job. Close the trade, walk away, give yourself a pat in the back, and then say, "I'm good at this." Yeah, because then after doing that, it goes back to the entry. You see that?
Yeah.
Now let's just say you're feeling a little bit, you're good at this and you want to stay in the trade. I'm going to go for the next target is 1%.
Oh yeah, I see.
Does it hit 1%? Yes, it does. Thank you very much. Now this is the trade setup we looked at yesterday. We all looked upon this yesterday. So I'm not picking anything. We looked from the daily time frame down to the hour, down to the 15, 5 minutes, and another one. This is what we are seeing. I then said we have another target based on this here. Do you remember I said that? So let's actually see this. If this comes down to here, and there's more advanced stuff. So that's, you could call it 1.5%. Here's it there. So does it achieve it? Does it? Yes, it does. Crushes the market. So let's see if we can take any more out of the market. Look for targets. I like targets to look for. There's nothing left. So anything after that, we have to be really, really careful. We have to be really, really careful. There's nothing there for a long time. So based on that, you would have to do something else. But let's just see how far that goes to the bottom. So if we get out there, remember this was only yesterday, and we'd made 5% in that time. From there to there, the amount of time was 2 hours and 22 minutes. Can everybody see that in a red box at the bottom? So when was the last time your bank gave you In 2 hours and 22 minutes, 5% growth on the money in your bank.
Never.
Never. Well, that's what's possible with that trade. And then it did come back up. Then it went down probably even further, but I'm not, you know, flat line, whatever it did, but that trade's finished. Questions? That was us yesterday. We went away. We went from the, every one of us did this together. We went to the daily time frame. We looked at the market and I said, is it going up or down? Most everybody said it's going to reverse. So I said, let's go down and look at that smaller time frame. I mean, notice it went dropped through that line. We then went down to the 15. And then said, has it done a retest? Yes, it has. Bang. Look at that. It even went slightly further. Up to the 5 minute. And then eventually the one. And because Stuart, in his smart that he is, he's drawn this 45-degree angle from the bottom all the way up. And he's just waiting for it to drop through. And there he is. He's taken an entry. He's taken 0.5% in there, and he's closed the trade at 0.5%. And then if that's all you did, Stuart, I'd be a happy man for you if you closed the trade there. If you do 0.5% a day for a month, 0.5%
adds up.
It makes a lot.
Yeah, it definitely does, doesn't it? And that's the purpose of your program, is it? It's get in and out of the market quick. Take your 0.5%.
0.5%. So what my setup's all about helping. Truth, I like to help people get 0.5%. And then in this program, and then after that we focus on bigger ones. So questions on that before we go on, because I know time's really short. So the more you do homework, the better. Support, resistance, trend lines. Have I shown you a trend line today already?
Yeah.
Have I already spoken about different time frames today? And I did it yesterday.
Yeah.
So guess what? We've already did both of these. But I just need everybody to do a bit of homework with, but support and resistance. Now, this is just, use this for an introduction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the daily. I'm going to remove everything, all the drawings. Yeah. Remember the other day, yesterday, whatever it was, we drew that thing. We thought it was going to come down or break up because it was. Think of your home. You walk on the floor and the ceiling is above you. Would that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I draw that, if that's us walking on the floor, at that point there, it bounced off the floor. Do you see that? And it went up. And at this point here, that's the ceiling where you hit your head off the ceiling and it rejected. I went up and it rejected. I went up and the price rejected. So these are called support and resistance. I only use this phrase with the beginner's classes. Once I get into the more advanced in my 30-minute in a circle group, we talk about the candles for what they are, because we trade candles. Yep. Let me bring this now down to the hour time frame.
It's interesting. I've drawn similar lines earlier than you've just drawn then. So that's good. So I must have learned something yesterday. Thank you, Jeff.
Well done. Well done indeed. So you can do something like that and you can start seeing, you know, you're like, well, why did that stop there? Why did this stop here and here? What's going on there with that rejected off there and reversed? Why is this? Okay, let's come down to a 15-minute, which is a nice time frame to do it. Actually, especially if you're in and out of the market. Like this. So I actually use a bit of software called the 30-minute trader. And what it does, it highlights certain areas. All I'm gonna do real quick, and I want you to do this as homework. Just go to a high. Just go to a high and draw that. Perhaps that's the question. Can you draw support and trend lines? And all time, can we draw? Yes, you can. You can draw on any time frames you like. But the monthly or the weekly is not for less value than the present. So all I'm going to do is I'll go to the high of this. I'll call this a price range. I'll go to the low where the price is now. Yeah, high. Let's look at. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to look for areas where price is like something's happened. So there's something here. It's struggled to get there. So I'm just going to draw this just like this. Just going to draw that like that. And I'm looking for it to connect. Again, it's not the way I trade now, but yeah, it's a basis for something to work. Okay, I'm going to do the same again.
Question, if I can.
Yes, anytime you can ask a question.
Thank you. I just don't want to disturb you or interrupt you. Okay, so I asked you if you were a day trader or a scalper. You said no, you're a sniper. I get that.
Yep.
But maybe this is getting ahead of myself. But do you swing trade? Because it's all well and good that you're shorting something and then getting out when you think it's bottomed out. But if indeed you do that, what's the risk in, well, for want of a better expression, going long on it then and expecting it to rise?
Okay, so let's say an example. We'll go along, hit the bottom here. Okay, right? But let's not do it. Let's do it from here. We're expecting to go to there, right? So let's say we do that there. So whatever risk you put in is the risk. So let's say I want to risk 1%. If I have £100 or $100, just use that number. And if I risk 1%, how much am I risking? Of about £100.
Ah.
Yeah, okay. So that's all you lose. If you've got $1,000, £1,000, if you risk 1%, it's 10. And that's just the way it works. So right now, for example, at that line, at that support line, I put this down here. And we'll want a target up here. Okay. Will it achieve there? Possibly, possibly not. I don't know. I'm just showing you an example of what it could do. Now, I'm going to come down to the 15-minute time frame. Sorry, the 5-minute time frame. And I'm looking for other things that potentially could do some damage at this point here because of this candle. Just look at this. Black candle, black candle, black candle, black. Does everybody see they're all the same color? Does everybody see they're all the same color? If you don't see that,
Yeah.
that one's a gray. Then it comes down black, black. So there's something going on. So I would highlight that. And I'll just say, Jeff, be careful here because it might reverse. I know it's looking good in profit at the moment. I'm already up 0.5%. That's 1%. I'm already up 0.5%. Thank you very much. Well done for asking that question, Stephen. Because the money's in the bank. Well, if I close the trade, the money would be in the bank. But let me come down. Okay. So I said at this area here, price might reverse. Remember I said that? Off of that candle. Go down to the 1 minute. Potentially could. Now, when I'm going to do something else, Stu asked the question, can you draw a trend line? Yes, you can. And you stay in the trade as long as it's on this side of this line. So what we're covering, again, is trend lines, multi-time frames, and support and resistance. Jana, any questions, please?
Not at the moment. I have to recap everything and test the system and see how it works.
Okay. So can you see now, if I close that trade, right now, not that I'm actually in the trade, just not that I'm just using this as a, I would be up approximately 0.5%. And for all new people, I say, take your 0.5%, close the trade, done. Walk away, build your confidence. Build your confidence. That's what it's all about. The other thing you can do, you can actually set a little alert. You can set an alert on that. So when it goes to the other side, if it breaks through, close the trade. That's another thing you can do. You can set up. Now I know there's a lot of information, and I do encourage everybody to go back to day 1, which was yesterday. I'm deliberately keeping these to 30 minutes because I know it's beginners. Rob, you've traded before. Do you have any questions? First of all, because I'm going to close in 2 minutes. No. Stephen, any further questions?
Yeah, well, not so much a question, but just, well, it's kind of a question and a statement. I've had a really good look at TradingView.
Yes.
And then I came across a website called Baby Pips.
Uh-huh.
It's just Baby Pips, all one word.com.
Yeah, I know the website. Yeah.
Now, you know it.
Yeah.
It's got a much better, I think, economic calendar on it than TradingView. It's much easier to read. It's much more detailed. Oh, it's, you know, it's, you don't have to sign up. And like tomorrow, for example, UK retail sales figures come out month on month.
And in the group,
I'm just saying, I don't know if anybody else knows about it.
in the group, in the guides, I put one in the guides already.
Sorry?
In the guides, I put an additional one. We're only using TradingView to charting. We're not using it for financial news. And here is financial news right here, which I think you've liked the post, Stephen.
Sorry?
In the guides of fast track Forex unlocking, in the guides, guide number 3, there's financial news there. There's a website. It says all that about that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Thank you. No, it's okay. Thank you for highlighting that. But the other thing is now, look.
I just thought it was a lot easier to make
Absolutely.
out than the TradingView one, but I understand.
I only use TradingViews for charting, and look at that. We're almost at a target.
Okay, I got you.
Look at that. Look at that. Crushed it, Stephen. That's down to you for asking the question, not just about shorting. You can go long. It's done. Close the trade. Walk away. Pat on the back.
Yeah.
Well done, Stephen.
Double bubble.
Yeah. Now I'm going to close that. I promise I'll keep it to 30 minutes. Now look how it rejects off of that. You can't wait. See how it's rejected off that layer. It's rejected off that.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can go in a little bit earlier tomorrow so we can get a little bit extra time. Again, it's coming. It's rejected off that resistance line. Another one. I'll see you at the top. Look at yesterday's recording and watch this again. Bye.